Hello and welcome to the RiverKnits shop. I hope you're all happy and healthy and looking forward to the autumn crafting season. It's still quite warm here, but there's a definite chill in the mornings and the evenings, and we've had the fire on at least once on the boat so far. So today I would like to introduce you to a brand new yarn base that we're bringing to RiverKnits. It's called Lyn. It's a DK weight yarn and it's 233 meters per 100 gram skein. The fibre blend is a 50% Exmoor Blueface, 30% Blueface Leicester and 20% Wensleydale. They're all local fibres to Devon, and that probably gives you a clue as to where it comes from. It is the Devonia base from John Arbon Textiles, but yeah, we're calling it Lyn after the river in Exmoor. So why are we bringing a new yarn on board? Well, we're trying to move more intentionally towards more sustainable products in our lineup, and this definitely ticks a lot of the boxes for us. So I've already said it's a local Devon wool, so it's local to the mill where it's spun. It's also 100% the fibre is grown in the UK and then it's all processed in the UK, so it's 100% made in Britain. Now that means that the yarn, by the time it reaches you, has done fewer air miles, so that's great for the planet. We also have high welfare standards in the UK for sheep, so that's good news for them. And we have pretty good working standards for the humans who are processing the wool as well. So lots of positives there. It's also a non-superwash yarn, which means that we're not dealing with harsh pollutants for the environment, and there's absolutely no plastic in the yarn. It's 100% sheepy goodness. I just realised that I haven't even shown you the yarn yet. So this is the undyed yarn from the mill. And what's it like? I'm going to have to describe it for you because you can't squish it through the screen. So it's really, really soft. I would say it's softer than our BFL DK, which actually surprised me because I thought that the Exmoor Blueface might be less soft, but it's really not. It's really lovely. It will be next to skin soft for the vast majority of people, so fine for if you want to make scarves and things like that with it. It's also somehow retained, even with the softness, a wonderful sheepy character, and it smells amazing. So sheepy. We decided to take on the DK weight, so it's quite warm. Great for your autumn and winter projects. So we know about the Exmoor Blueface and the Blueface Leicester bringing that softness and fine fibre to it, but also the 20% Wensleydale lends a lovely bit of lustre to the fibre as well. As a dyer, that makes it really, really nice, pleasurable yarn to dye. So without further ado, I think I ought to show you the colours. Here they are. So it's a fully variegated range, and the colours are inspired by things that you might want to forage for around this time of the year. They're all designed so that you can pair them with each other, but you could also pair them up with one of our tonal BFL DK colourways. You can see those up here. I've even gone to the effort of knitting and crocheting swatches of all of these, so I'll show you the colours individually as well. So this is the first one. It's called Rosehip. It's a really intense and bright berry red. It's got little pink highlights in it. I've done a knitted stocking stitch swatch with a garter border, and I've done a herringbone half treble crochet swatch as well, so you can see how it works up in both crafts. So this one is quite an intense colour, be great on its own, but also if you want an accent berry pop in a project, then it would be great for that as well. So that's Rosehip. Next up, we have Roast Chestnut. So it's a really warm, rich, reddish brown. It's got some caramel and walnut hints in there as well. Hopefully you can see that it's not too variegated. So if you want an interesting stitch pattern or a big chunky cable or something like that in with whatever you're making, then it's not going to get obscured by the yarn. I'll just give it more texture and more interest. So really nice. I've worked a lot on browns this year, which sounds a bit boring, but well, they have their place, and I really like this very rich one. Okay, next up, this is Bramble. Let me just get the swatches out. So hopefully you can see some really vivid greens with lots and lots of other colours in there, much like a bramble bush this time of year. We've got some more greeny bits, and then some copper and some heathery pinks and reds in there as well. It's definitely the most variegated of the range so far. But I think it's good to point out that the way that we dye our variegated yarns, we have a way of doing it so that the yarn doesn't pool. So you're not getting pooling or flashing. I'm not saying it won't ever happen, but if it happens in a small area in your project, that's all that will happen, and it will soon sort of wander away and give you this very nice randomized and blended effect. So this one is quite variegated, maybe wouldn't go mad on a stitch pattern. It might be one for a more, you know, plain stitch pattern, just let the yarn speak for itself. But I really like this one. Okay. Here we have Gathering. So it's very deep blue-green, quite a calm colourway, this one. And the colours range from really dark green to light aqua, but overall the effect is quite subtle. It's definitely a very wearable colour, and it will go well with a lot of the others. So for example, this is Gathering with Sweet Chestnut. I don't know how well the camera will pick up the colours, but there'll be lots of photos available for these as well. And also with Rosehip. So it's nice on its own, but it also is really good for playing with the others. And again, it's that really gentle variegation. I'm getting in a mess with all my samples. But last but not least, I always say that, last but not least is Slow Gin. So super dark navy with purple. If you look closely, you'll see some kind of plum and periwinkle highlights in there as well. It's quite a dramatic colourway. In fact, I think it looks slightly cosmic, especially in the crochet sample. So great for a statement piece, I think, that one. It will pair up with some of the others as well, but really good one on its own as well, I think. So that's them. Let's gather them up, gather up the skeins. So that's Lyn DK. I hope you like the colours. It's launching tomorrow, Friday, at 8 PM in our online shop. It'll be available first for our newsletter subscribers. So if you aren't subscribed, then just get to our website and you'll find the sign up form at the bottom of the page. What else did I need to tell you? It's a limited batch. We didn't get very much to start off with, but we have heard that the mill is spinning more. So if you miss out this time, please don't worry, there will be more coming soon. So there we go. Lyn.